What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Josh Helm here.
And Brandy Helm here.
And we're here at the Files Valley Barndominium. And this is the long-awaited finish tour video for this build. And you know, we've got quite a bit to show you guys here. This Barndominium has it all.
Yeah, it's tons of space, tons of storage, tons of room, tons
cabinets,
of everything, yeah.
Concrete. This is, it was one of the biggest pours we had done at the time. And you know, of course we have some bigger ones coming up now, but I think we poured a 320 yard one just this morning. So I didn't sign up to be there for that one, but because it was 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
But we're here on location here, and we can't wait to show you guys this. It's pretty cold this morning, but you know, let's get into what we got here. We have 2,500. Well, we have 2,000 square foot of living downstairs with a master suite and living room area, great room. With a lot of storage room for cabinets and pantries and all this kind of other stuff. And then we have a wraparound porch on the front, which is another 1,200 square foot porch. We have an upstairs living area, which is additional 650 square foot.
Yeah, it's a couple of bedrooms and a bathroom, and then a bonus storage for all the Christmas decorations and all the storage things.
No, not for Christmas decorations.
Absolutely.
I think it's for maybe
I already know.
Whatever you want, pretty much. A craft room. You could make it a, you know, a workstation.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much whatever you could imagine, which we'll get into that. Also, we're hosting a 2,500 square foot shop.
Massive shop.
I mean, probably one of the biggest ones we've shown. Or that the husband's got away with building so far.
But the thing is, he didn't stop there. How big is his lean-to?
The lean-to is another additional 30 by 55 or whatever, so it's another 1,600 square foot lean-to.
Yeah.
And we've got a covered parking area, which is another 300 square feet parking area, which really looks nice. And I like the way the exterior is displayed here. We have a green.
It's evergreen.
Evergreen color with kind of a light stone trim and a galvalume colored roof. And, you know, it just kind of gives it character and dimension when you can have the lean-to coming off the back as well as this, you know, covered porch, which we ended up adding for the covered parking area. It was just supposed to be lean-to style, but we actually put a little more dimension into it. And, you know, of course, all of the cedar wrapped posts going all the way around really looks nice. And one of the things that I would like to kind of point out is the tightness that we were able to get with the wainscoting with having this ephes cap and, you know, really being able to have a really tight transition, you know, between the metal panels and the stone. You know, sometimes it's a little more difficult to do that when you're just dealing with raw stone.
Right.
So they're
not straight. They're not.
Right. Yeah. Unless you're getting like a precast piece or something like that. But like the details here. And, you know, we look forward to showing you guys on the inside. I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get it going.
All right, here we go.
And this is it. This is the Files Valley Barndominium great room.
This is a great room. It's
Yeah,
huge.
it's nice. And I mean, just so coming in through this front centered door through this big area in this great room, it's a little over 1,000 square feet for this space.
Yeah, just in this room.
And flooring wise, we have a vinyl plank flooring, and we have this beautiful stone fireplace with all the cabinets on either side.
A lot of built-ins.
You know, a lot of built-ins on full display in here, as well as a full work study area. And then compartmentally speaking, we have a dining room over here, and then our kitchen display over in this area. But you can't get to there without talking about these huge little windmill fans in there. It looks pretty cool.
The ceiling fans, yeah, they look amazing. They're tied into the wood beam up there.
Yeah, and what we did here, there was a scenario once we were in the framing stages where we were using the original eave heights, because we have a 19 to 20 foot eave height on the sides, or it might even be more. I think it was around 20 foot. And because there's an upstairs, we had to keep the eave heights that tall. Well, this room was originally going to use that open span, but our clients actually wanted to go back and frame a lower ceiling. So this is the lower ceiling, even though we have 16 foot here and approximately 20 foot to the center. You know, we did come in here and frame a little bit lower ceiling so it would be a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
So for
it's still really tall.
Still really tall, and you got that whole, you know, airy space and everything that's here. And for those of you that are questioning, yes, there is an echo in here.
Yeah, but there's no furniture, there's no rugs, there's
That's right.
no...
Not yet.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah, next week.
So, you know, but that was just something that it did become something that we had to coordinate. We had a little bit of interruption there with the windows, so we could only go so high, but it turned out really nice, feels really good. All right, and as we're going to the kitchen, you can see this is the dining area, which is a pretty good sizable area for your dining space. But moving right along to the main kitchen.
The main event in here.
It's the main event, and it really has a lot to show, but also there's a lot that's kind of hidden with this house with where everything belongs as far as for the kitchen, because
because there's a ton of storage space, so we're not going to have a lot of the appliances sitting on the counters, because we've got places for all those things, even the paper towels.
And believe me when I tell you, there are places for things. And so we're going to show you guys, but right off the bat, look at this island. It's beautiful.
It's massive. How big is this island, you think?
It's probably 12 feet. I think it's like 12 feet from what I can recall. Also, the island is accented here.
Yes, it's a thunder gray. And then we have a Jones Island quartz is on the countertops.
Quartz countertops. It has got this kind of grain or this vein in it that is so popular, you guys know, right now. Of course, also banked in here is their dishwasher with the farm sink and a trash compactor.
Yes.
So, which is kind of different for us.
Yeah, we usually have a trash drawer, but this is actually a appliance.
So you know, a lot of drawer space here as well on this side, and then a lot of places on the front side of these cabinets for bar stools,
seating.
Yeah, so it's going to be really nice for the clients.
This is going to be a great buffet area when you have people over. I mean, just line it up with food.
Yeah, grandkids. Line them up, serve them breakfast.
There you go.
So also, we have on this side, you can see the upper cabinets here displayed, and I like doing this when we can, but this is a 9 foot, goes 9 foot tall, but the upper cabinets there are glass and open to where they're lit, as well as lit from below for the under cabinet lighting.
I really like having the glass accents at the top, because then you can put your platters and your pretty pieces or your grandma's special china. You can put up there and display it, and it's not on top getting all the dust on it and all that. I think you
can kind of close all that off.
Yeah.
And so, you know, of course, we have this subway tile which is kind of that jaggedy look, which I
Got
like.
a dimension to it.
Yeah, adds a little more to it.
And all the lowers are drawers. I love
Yeah,
that.
that is one thing that is unique in its own right, is the lowers. And what do we else? We have something special going on.
This is pretty snazzy. You don't have to have your, paper towel sitting on your counter. There's actually a space for it. It is a drawer, so it pulls out, and you can actually store your extras. Paper towels
But
inside.
this is pretty snazzy. Our cabinet builder did that, but it's just a little piece that,
Just
slides in this slot right there.
And you can grab it from
Grab
the
it
outside.
from the outside.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool option to have. First one we've done, but our client had some specific requests, and this was one of them.
Yep.
And she had plenty of space to do it.
Yep.
So
there's a place for everything in this house. All your
yeah. Speaking of a
appliances
place for everything, let's show them a little bit more.
All right. Well,
Don't skip over my
Okay.
staple Vent-A-Hood.
We'll let you talk about that Vent-A-Hood.
Well, this is something that we've done routinely. You guys have seen it in several of our houses, and our cabinet maker, who is unique and special to our club, has done this over and over again. But this is what you've seen probably in the Mansfield build. There's several other builds I'd have to point back to, and I can't even remember off the top of my head. But it is just like this, except for this is for a single range, even though it's not small, but it's like a knotty pine that we're using there, which is stain grade. And then we have an insert Vent-A-Hood that goes into this box. But it's a nice way to display and to accent as well with some stain grade mixed in with your white cabinets. And a lot of our clients like that look, and it was working well here as well.
And all the cabinets and the walls in this great area are Greek Villa.
Okay.
So they're a real pretty white. They're not a stark white, but they're...
Yeah, it's a little bit of like an off-white color.
Yeah. But here's one of the special features over here. This is a spice rack here.
Spice
You
rack.
can get to it from both sides.
Cool.
So you've got that there. And then we have a coffee bar. And these just kind of slide, tuck away. And you got your, all your condiments and all the...
And what I like about that is just the continuation of the backsplash going behind that area. It's really nice. It's basically countertop space that we added some door cover on.
Right.
So.
But it's great because you can kind of, if you don't want to see all that, you just cover it up.
Yeah, and I think that's what our client was looking to do early on, was to not have maybe a bunch of stuff
clutter.
sitting out. So it's a, purposeful design is what you would call it. So before we move on to the rest of the part of the kitchen, let's show them what this room leads to.
All right, well, what do we got in front first here?
Well, this is our barn door action. That shuts off, and we got soft close, open and shut, or shut and open, I guess is the way I showed it. So that's soft close action, as you guys might have saw in our last video on the Sadler Barndominium. This is the detriment to us all. When we show things, our clients want to add it.
We want that.
So this had to go in this build too.
I think it's probably going to be a staple from now on. It's just so cool. You don't have to have kids coming through slamming. And
yeah, it's an affordable thing that you can add as an extra detail. But I mean, the barn door already has its own expense. But let's show them in here. This
lots more storage.
Yeah, and it's sort of a pass-through area because this leads out into the shop, or at least one of the accesses to the shop. But what else we got going in here?
So this is our laundry room. We've got a little bit of cabinet space and countertop space here.
More drawers.
More drawers, more uppers. We've got a sink over here. You can kind of rinse things first. And then we've got tons of storage in here. Got a whole other...
Now what we have here is equal to probably most pantries.
Yeah.
So now if you haven't seen the rest of what we're going to show you, you would think, well, that's their pantry.
No. This is probably like a cleaning closet.
This is not
linens.
the pantry. This is just, I guess you'd call it, would you say linen?
Yeah, linen.
And beautiful display there for linen. And of course, got our auto light there in that particular deal, but a lot of cabinets in here. Let's go and show them the next part.
We've got all stainless steel appliances, all the pieces up until now. These are the cafe addition of the appliances. This is a nice little oven here that you can
I like
actually
this.
open and
I
close
like
with one
this.
hand.
One hand,
Yeah.
open and close.
Yep.
I would just be doing this all day if I lived here.
Yeah, and then
Like,
we have
what are you cooking?
another oven under that. It's the traditional style.
Yeah,
It's
so
kind
your
of a
double oven.
Double oven. And then we've got, of course, a drawer underneath. And this
Look
is
at
for
that.
all the pans. Like, you've got a place for all your cookie sheets and your cupcake.
Again, more special
Yeah.
designs into the cabinets, which, you know, if you're going to build a house, try to be particular about laying it out, what's going to work best for you. And that's exactly what our clients did on this.
They had a wish list of things, and I think she got everything she wished for.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
I think he did too.
Yeah, we'll find out. So as well as the double refrigerator, one of the things I like here is this is built in.
Yeah, it's actually a wall. It's
This
not a
is
cabinet.
built in, so you can kind of see this is not stepping out of the wall. It's actually built in and pre-designed for that. Again, more storage up above here, really deep cabinets, a lot of cabinet space here. And, you know, where are we going to put all the food? That's the question.
All the food and all the small appliances that you don't want sitting, your toaster, your KitchenAid mixer, all that, microwave, tucked in here. This is
Yeah.
the pantry, and it's a room in itself.
I guess you would call this more of like a butler's pantry.
Yeah. This pantry is amazing. I'd love to have one of these in my house. It has tons and tons of space. We've got the stained wood top here. We've got these custom drawers that our cabinet guy made here for her. And you can put your cans, your dry goods, there's space everywhere. We've got all kinds of, we've got some deep cabinets here. And then we've got almost like a bookshelf here that you can just line it with all your food, whatever. On the other side of me, we have Rocky Mountain quartz countertop on top of, it's basically where their microwave's gonna sit, maybe a KitchenAid mixer, you know, all those small appliances can kind of tuck away on the uppers there. And you can kind of come in here and you know, warm up your food or whatever and get all your supplies for your, you know, meal or whatever. So,
I do like the fact, some of my favorite things here is that the drawers, that this is like a drawer. And who has dry goods that moves, you know,
Yeah.
so that you
You don't
can
have to dig
access
around.
it. So that's a really unique thing, as well as all of the adjustable shelves in here. So you can customize it for cereal boxes
Right.
or whatever you might need to use. You know, very purposeful in their intent for what they wanted to use here. And you really, so much you can do with that kind of space.
Right.
So really nice butler's pantry.
Awesome.
Okay, moving on from the butler's pantry, we have more cabinets.
More cabinets. We got a whole desk.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, this is kind of a little office area here.
You can see we do have that stained top, which is that pine, that naughty pine, I think is what it is, as well as you know, all the drawer space
Probably a
here.
lot of charging stations, maybe. You know,
Right.
Plug in your phones.
Yeah, so we knew right up from the front that we were going to have a lot of cabinets in this build, and it just keeps going. So let's show you guys the next display over here, because we have a mud bench
Basically,
area.
a whole mud room right here. In the
Yeah.
hallway. Yeah.
So we've got a full height cabinet here with adjustable shelving, as well as this beaded board and the stain bench here for your mud bench. Although I don't know how much mud's gonna get this far, because there's a shower back over here that you're gonna have to rinse off before you get to this part of the
Right.
house. But of course, nice little hanger hooks, and we got adjustable shelving up here, as well as all these uppers, which these are stationary shelves in this up top, but a lot of cabinets here. So of course, this hall leads back to the other side of the shop.
So there's basically two entrances from the shop into the house. One's in the laundry, one's in this
Correct.
area
So if
here.
you needed direct access to head out from that side, you go that way, and this side go this way. And of course, you know, this part of the house is broke up with lower ceilings down here, which creates avenue for our bonus storage, which is above this area. Kind of give you guys an idea of the layout. But let's go here and show you this I guess it's going to be the guest bathroom.
It's not, and you would think it would just be a powder bath, being that it's off the main area, but there's actually a full shower, so it's a full operating.
It's got
bathroom.
way much more, and it has more cabinets.
Yes, and it's got a lot crammed into a little bitty space. So yeah.
Let's check this out. All right, guys, so what we have here in the guest bathroom, as you can see, we have this full wrapped subway tile backsplash that is surrounding, it even goes all the way behind our vanity, as well as leads into the full shower, which is a walk-in shower with this nice frameless glass. And it's just it's a real simple look, but at the same time, it's real classy. We did change cabinet colors on you guys, really the last, the laundry room, butler pantry, and as you'll see in here in this room, the shaker style cabinets are painted a different color called analytical gray. And we have a granite countertop in here as well, matching what we used in the laundry room. So I like the sleekness of like just having this wall sconce as well as the mirror. It's real simple, but it has a real elegant feel. So, but one thing that's tucked away here, not only do we have this full walk-in shower, but we have a full display of cabinets here on the back side, which are very deep cabinets, shaker style, and more drawers, as well as upper cabinets back here. So a lot power packed into this room. And, this thing is probably, not bigger than 7 by 8 or something like that. So a lot you can do in a tiny space if you, just kind of work with it a little bit. But our vinyl plank flooring is continuous through here that goes as well through the living area. So, okay, so before we take you guys into the other part of this tour with the master suite over this section, we'll show you a little bit more cabinets.
More storage.
All this adjustable shelves and space here as well below. And this beautiful fireplace that is just a white Austin stone, and this, wood mantle, stained wood mantle. And this is a ventless fireplace, gas, propane. Love this. This is just a nice option to have in any living room where you can just.
But it's grand. It goes all the way to the ceiling.
So it goes up 16 foot. So we have a 16-foot distance that we're covering there. Of course, we have cabinets as well on this side, just to match each side, and adjustable shelving. You can store your library, books, all that kind of stuff.
DVDs.
Yeah, whatever you need here.
And then the TV's going to go above the mantle. There's a place for it already.
So all the wiring's already there, ready to roll. So this is it's where you're going to chill out.
One thing that the customer really wanted, this was another thing on the wish list, were floor plugs. I think their couches need to be plugged in, and that's a great thing that if you can, ahead of time, keep that in mind, you can get that put into your slab, and you can have the plugs out for lamps on your end tables or your furniture. So
even as much as we hate floor plugs,
they really are nice.
It's nice to have.
Yeah.
I mean, the real pain in it is just during the beginning stages.
Right.
And then sometimes you're finished, just around the floor plugs. If you're going to do stained concrete or something like that.
Sometimes it doesn't look as pretty.
When we have flooring,
oh yeah, they look really nice.
I love floor plugs just fine.
Yeah.
So let's go to the master suite. We'll show you guys that as we move that way.
All right, so on our way to the master, we're gonna stop right here and see the storage closet under the stairs. It's got a little bit of it's a deep closet, and then they've got some shelves back there that you can store whatever. And then it's got a hanging rod in front of that, so you can even kind of cover up that storage with all your coats. Coat closet, whatever you want to hide under here.
I do like that you could put things maybe you didn't want to see all the time behind the hanging clothes. So
hanging clothes can
it's a pretty good option.
Be a buffer.
Like you could put the Christmas tree back there if you wanted to.
Be a little Christmas tree.
So let's go on into the master bedroom, show you guys what's going on in there.
All right, let's go in the master. And we have.
First of all, we have some
hang on.
dimmers.
Let's back up and talk about the
I can
dimmers.
hit that button, it just turns it on and off.
Okay, but I think you can also grade it down, right?
Yeah, you can adjust it. But
It's not.
this is a nice size master bedroom. So we have the fireplace that kind of is a dueling type of a fireplace, the same firebox, but just a little bit smaller maybe.
It mimics the one in the living room, but it's a smaller version. We're gonna put the TV above that as well.
Yes, and I believe like the bed's gonna go on this wall, facing back this way. Of course, beautiful windows looking out over this space, you know, big pond.
Right.
Back
And
there.
they've got an access door to the outside as well, up to that front porch. They can
Yeah.
go out there and have their coffee in the morning.
Means of egress. So,
the
which is
sunrise.
always nice, you know, if you needed to let your pet out or something like that pretty easily.
You have to run into the
It's a
living room.
go to the other side of the house. Also, one thing we could note about this is we do have crown molding in here. The paint colors on the ceiling and the wall are the agreeable gray. And of course we have your standard trim packages here, but we do have another one of these nice
Soft close barn
soft
door.
closed barn doors, which is, I've got to do that every time I say a barn door, you know. So,
Hey, one thing I don't want you to forget in this room, it's kind of an added touch,
okay.
is we have a switch for the fireplace over on the opposite wall.
Yeah, so I can flip the switch and voila.
Change the mood and flip the switch.
Yeah, you can get the fire going. So, and just as easy as you turn it on, you can turn it off. All right, now we're here in the master bathroom, and as you can see, we have more countertops, more cabinet space here. And it's really not a small area. This has some pretty cool features here as well. I kind of like a lot of the wall sconce as opposed to having just your standard bar lights.
Right.
You know, it feels different. Actually feels more like something you'd see in a hotel. You know?
Yeah.
So it kind of has that feel to it. But we've got the, you know, framed mirrors that are painted to match the cabinets, as well as some,
Which is the thunder gray, like the island in the kitchen.
exactly.
We got Rocky Mountain quartz on the countertops here.
Love some Rocky Mountain quartz.
And then all of our hardware in here is a brushed nickel.
Yes, very nice. And this particular master suite, we have his and hers top stuff going on in here. Although, from what I understand, it might be hers and hers. I don't know.
Just put his stuff in the shop.
Yeah,
He doesn't need both.
he's probably going to get the Christmas closet.
Okay,
I don't know.
good.
Anyways, but looking into his closet, we've got, you know, our normal type of a full height shoe storage rack space, as well as our double hanging rod space.
An auto light.
Yeah, with the light. And this is no, you know, this is not a,
That's not a shabby closet.
not a shabby closet, but you don't start feeling the jealousy or the bitterness till you walk into her closet.
Oh yeah.
And that's
She's
when
got all the goods in hers.
that's when you start feeling a little bit less on the totem pole if you own this house. So let's check that out. Moving into this closet. Show us what we got going on in here, Brandy.
All right, so here goes her closet. And in here we have lots of space. Lots of space. We've got this countertop here with the stained wood on top. Lots of storage under. That might be for a hamper, I think. And then we've got drawers. Instead of having to have a chest of drawers, you've got one built into your closet. Then we got some uppers with adjustable shelves you can do here. You can have your jewelry set up here. You can charge all your devices here. Lots you can do. Then of course on this side we have lots of shoe storage, maybe purse storage. We got double racks on one side and the one on the other, and then an upper shelf all the way around. In our house you would have this one and I'd be over there.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I wouldn't have a closet. The other one would just be a Christmas closet. Okay. Moving on from there,
Okay.
we do have more cabinet space for you guys. If you're concerned about there not being enough cabinets, we do have some more cabinets that are overhead.
Well, you gotta have a place for your towels and your toilet paper.
That's right.
There you
Yeah, because we haven't had any linen cabinets yet. So
Yeah.
But this is the other room that we need to show you guys.
Yeah, y'all come on in. We can all fit in.
Yeah, this is the full walk-in shower.
Yep.
You know, and there's a lot of space here, you know, with the 3-tower soap niche.
I don't know that there's anything we can do about
I'm gonna say niche. I get in trouble if I say things wrong, so I'm gonna say niche, but you say it's a niche. Okay, I just think it sounds better to say.
It sounds floosier.
Yeah.
Yeah, niche.
Yeah. Anyhow, we do have more of this quartz as well on the bases of our soapboxes and over this bench. But all this tile actually came from Floor and Decor on this build. You know, we have brushed nickel hardware.
2 shower heads.
Yeah, with the diverter valves and the volume control, which is really nice. It's right over here close to the entrance, so you can. So we have 2 benches in the shower. You know, we got one right here and one over there, but this one here could be used for, like, you know, placing your towel or something like that right here to where you can, or your clothes, you know, to get dressed, because the shower's like way over there.
Yeah.
And also, I like that we have our diverter valves and volume control here to where you can just reach in, turn it on.
Warm it up, yeah.
And there's no door.
Yeah, there's no door, so that's kind of cool too.
It was just big enough to where it was like, you know, you didn't have to worry about water splashing. And there's plenty of space here. And we also have a little bit of light coming in from, you know.
The little window above.
Yeah. So the walls in here, all of these are 9 foot tall, and we do take our tile all the way up to the top. So moving on from here, let's go to the upstairs, show them a little bit what's going on over there.
Take these guys upstairs. We have some carpeted stairs here going up into this 2nd story where we've got a couple of bedrooms and a full bath.
Yeah, so this is kind of like your little common area. And originally we were gonna have a window looking out over the other area, but we couldn't do it because we lowered the wall heights in there. So that would put my wall height somewhere down here, so it would be moving the window way down. But originally we were gonna have a window there looking out, and they wanted it closed, but we had to find other plans for that. But in between these 2 rooms, there's also a restroom here. But let's show you guys what we got going on here in the bedrooms.
This one has all the views. This one has all the natural light. You can see the pond. It's the same view that is from the downstairs living, but you get to see further from up here.
Yes, I mean I guess we should say this is over 100-acre property. I'm not even sure the amount of the exact acreage that they have, but it overlooks a lot of the acreage. And, you know, this room has the best views.
Yeah.
So, but also there is a closet in this room as well, but it's not a huge walk-in closet, but there's pretty good size for, you know, most of their
visitors.
Yeah, visitors are going to be temporarily being here. So, I mean, I don't know. They didn't tell me that they didn't want their visitors here very long, but you know, I'm just assuming that they're not going to be permanent residents.
One thing too that I wanted to point out: all the rooms have ceiling fans. However, we did can lights in all these bedrooms.
Right. Yeah, we do have can lights. You know, it's something that's not necessarily standard to have can lights in every room, but you know.
But it spreads the light out. It kind of it gives your whole room light
Exactly.
instead of it just being in the center.
So colors wise, it's all the
Greek
villa up here, as well as all
the walls.
Yeah, the trim doors and walls. So white room. And our carpet extended into this area. And so we'll show you guys. Let's go to the other bathroom. I guess we'd call this it's not a Jack and Jill bathroom, but it's a joined bathroom from the common area. So let's show you guys that. Okay, for this upstairs bathroom, we have double vanity sinks as well as the shaker style cabinets with the agreeable gray. And we have an oil rub bronze ornamentals, decorative pools, as well as oil rub bronze faucets here. And, you know, again, a continuation of that same feel with the wall sconces. But here, a little touch of gold, you know, going on in here, which is a nice touch. continuing that feel with not having the full mirror, but the personalized mirror for in front of each vanity. Also, we have in here the additional wall of cabinets here, which has another clothes hamper, a lot of drawer space, a lot of upper storage as well. Full height cabinets. And one of the things I like the best in this area is the design for our shower. So this is just a standard, tile surround that we would do on our bathtub areas. But for this particular one, we did do this other design for the subway tile. It's just a plain subway tile, but it does have the herringbone layout that we did on the one back wall, which is a nice touch. And we've got the dime sized, back decorative tile that goes into the back of the soapbox, and more of this countertop quartz that's tucked in there that gives it a really nice feel for your soap boxes, and just an accented touch. Now for this particular shower, we have the oil rub bronze fixtures as well as the edging that goes around, the Schluter edging. And this tile actually wraps all the way around the toilet area, which is a nice feel. Kind of feels like something you'd see at a restaurant, but doing that is an added touch. It's not necessarily in our standard finishes, but this was some customizations that our clients wanted to do, and I think it's a really nice touch as well. Now, another thing I could tell you about this specific spot in the house is in the original layout, in the original plan, there was supposed to be a walkway here going from one bedroom to the other. So that's the way it was going to flow. It was kind of laid out a little bit differently. But as you can see, I have a ceiling height change right here. And primarily that ceiling is shaped this way because we have our main steel frame that comes down in here at some various location. And so because of that, we knew that wasn't going to work for, a hallway. I didn't want to have a slope ceiling there. And so I was able to catch it early on. We talked to the clients about it, and they kind of retweaked some of their design so that this could just be the shower area. But I think it's actually created a little bit of uniqueness here, which gives it a little more character as well for the shower. So that's just a little backstory there. So let's go check out the other bedroom and show you what else we got. Okay, so before we move into the other bedroom, I will point out to you guys that we do have attic access here because our main unit sits above this area. And, the accessibility just seemed like it was going to work better for our clients here as opposed to, going in. We didn't really have big enough closets in these bedrooms upstairs. And of course, you don't want to put it in the middle of a bathroom. And then you don't want it in the middle of a bedroom. So in the common space, this seemed to work best. And so this is where our attic access goes, which leads to the main unit up here in the attic. So let's move on in here. I'll show you the other bedroom.
So here's the second guest bedroom upstairs. The white walls and trim here are the Greek villa, the same as downstairs. And we've got some nice natural light coming in with the window that we've got over here on the side.
Yes, this window's facing out to the side elevation, on the left side elevation of the house. Mm-hmm. And doesn't have quite maybe the view that the other one does because there's a lot of more tree cover, but there is plenty of space in these bedrooms. If we didn't mention it before, we've got a good 14 by 15 bedrooms here. Great. And they really allow for a lot of options. You could use this space for. But one little feature we have here in this area is our walk-in closet, which there is hanger rod here, but one of the unique designs about this is they wanted to make this as well as kind of a escape route. Not maybe escape route is not the word, maybe just another optional means of egress. which is really nice to have. Like say there was a fire or something, you couldn't get down, on that part of the stairs. You could go this way, but also your imagination can run to what you could use it for. But in this case, if they want it to be hidden, it can be hidden with the clothes rod. And I wasn't sure how we were going to do it at first, but they knew specifically what they wanted.
Yeah, you just scoot the clothes over to one side so you can go out the door.
Right. So, and then moving into here is another access point. It's going to take us to this wonderful bonus storage area. Off of this closet is a whole nother area. I mean, this is what we were talking about, your bonus
Storage room.
storage. Now, I would typically call this an attic, but the client had other things in mind, and that's fine because we had plenty of, accessible space that we could use for most of our ductwork. But there is some passage of ductwork that is behind this area here, which the client built or covered some of that themselves. But mostly what we did is we did add some changes to put, cover all this area, texture it, paint it, and then added some indoor-outdoor carpet.
And we put a window in here too so that it wasn't so dark.
Yeah, so remember that window that was in the hall that we didn't get to put in, we actually used here, in the end of this room. So, you could use this room for all types of things. I mean, you could use it for homeschool, you could use it for crafts, you could use it for
game room.
Office.
Or a Christmas closet.
Yeah, Christmas closet. There's just a variety of things you could do
Yeah,
as far as
it's basically another finished out area.
Absolutely, and we were able to also drop some air conditioning in here as well, to help accommodate the temperature, stuff like that in here. So
And this door takes us
this
back
door leads us back out to the shop,
and
which
its
we
own
have,
set of stairs.
yeah, leading back down, which is nice to have. Like I said, 2 ways up and 2 ways down.
Yeah.
So let's go out to the shop, which I know a lot of you guys can now tune into the video and get ready to watch the rest of this. So let's go check it out. Okay, one thing I can say about this particular build is the stairs are exceptionally wide. So we're
walking down together and got plenty of space.
4 foot wide stairs. This was kind of a special thing that happened here, but another thing that I could say that keeping with the theme of upstairs, the indoor-outdoor carpet, we actually treaded these with some carpet and used some of the same type of flooring for the face of the risers, and then added these stair nose fasteners, on the edges, which turned out really nice. It's not normally what we do because it's just a shop, but they didn't want to be tracking stuff upstairs. And so, really the stairs are right here off the laundry area. So it's really accessible coming up, but moving through this is your huge 2,500 square foot shop.
Yep.
And you guys can imagine the possibilities. We have the post lift here, this beautiful Ford truck. I mean, this is amazing, sits in here, really a classic there. And we've got 3 overhead doors, insulated doors. The spray foam, we have closed seal spray foam throughout, all the way surrounding this area.
And they got the big fan up there too.
The big fan, this is larger than the one we did in the Maypearl build, but this one here was definitely something that they wanted.
It'll blow you away.
Yeah, it has a lot of force,
Powerful.
a lot of force, but this is the true deal right there. And of course, as in normal fashion, we're lined the joining wall to the house with the panels, the metal panels, the same matching on the exterior, which is the evergreen and the light stone trim. This is just something that we've kind of tried to do in most cases where we have an adjoining shop. We like to use the zip system as well on this wall because it creates an air barrier. Right. A lot of people are confused, with the shop area, like why would you want to have all of that stuff connected to your house. Well, it's not that much different than having your garage connected to your house. It's the same principle, except for in our case, we add this extra zip barrier, which most conventional frame houses don't have, which is an air barrier as well as water or membrane barrier, moisture barrier that helps protect from any smells, odors, things like that that could be penetrating into the house. So if he's out here working on, you know, diesel engine or whatever, the smell's not coming inside.
Right.
So, and then to top that off, we've got the metal as well, just to create a nice little finish. Now, it's not typically inclusive that we would line the insides of our shop with wood, but on this particular build, they do have they have a general like OSB here, which works well. A lot of our builds you'll see somebody adds to do plywood that's stained.
Well, then you can hang stuff on it, you know.
Right.
Otherwise, you've just got the spray foam.
It gives you some direct usage to where you can immediately start organizing and doing what you need to do, which our client here has already brought in some shelf space.
And more cabinets.
Yes, more cabinets for the shop.
These are his cabinets.
So let me show you one other thing here in this big area is the kind of the bonus storage that we have underneath the stairs. So, all right, so this is the other door that leads back into the house on this side of the stairs. And then we have this storage area, which I think our client was a little bit surprised about the amount of space that they had here, which they're still using. This area is getting used right now for some of the stuff that you might generally see in your attic, but we've got some extra paint, things like that that's sitting here. But this is a really nice size storage here, and I mean, you could probably put shelving all down each side of the walls here and organize this in any fashion you wanted to do. Also, another thing, in some of these areas, it's better if a client wants to come back later, add some plywood there to keep any dust from coming in from the up, you know, on the steps. They could also put sheetrock or something of that nature in here. But this one here is big enough that you could really use it for just about whatever you wanted to. So, but you know, it's nice when you can incorporate a little extra design for your storage space under the stairs. So, okay, so right off of the main shop area, we have, you know, this other access which leads out onto our lean-to, big lean-to covered area, which is another, you know, 1,600 square foot, guys. So this is a large space. And again, out here, just some standard crushed concrete for a base. And you can see you got these storage containers as well for various storage. But this here, this is exactly what he had in mind, what he wanted to do here. And of course, got air compressor, stuff like that back here. But this is a large area.
Yeah, these containers are huge, and there's 2 of them in here, and there's still plenty of space.
Yeah, and he slid these in here basically after we built all of this area. And it's just really neat what you can do and how it's all connected, ties together. I mean, as you can imagine, if you had a really rainy day or something, I mean, you got all this territory, you can, you know, still get a lot of things done. He's got his own fab shop basically back here. So there's a lot of options.
Yeah. All right, walking out onto this covered parking area that we referenced earlier. How big is this again?
It's like 300-400 square feet. So this is a nice way to we just felt like we needed to add a little bit more dimension here. And we went with this gable design there. And, you know, of course, this is also tied to our connecting porch. But this was originally just going to be just a parking space. And the clients indicated they wanted to add some covered parking space. And we already knew that the door was going to be a little bit lower here. So, you know, it just worked out where it seemed like it was going to work better to kind of go to the gable design. I'm glad we did because it kind of broke all this up. Yeah. And it gives a lot more character. And
it's almost like a big porch. I mean, like you could do, you know, a big cookout or something right here.
Exactly. Yeah. It can be. It's the entrance way to your big party barn here.
There you go.
So there's a lot going on here on this build, as you guys can see. I hope you've enjoyed walking through this tour with us. We'll be coming to you guys soon with more tour videos on some of our upcoming builds, such as our Corsicana Barndominium. And we're going to be in Campbell, Texas, doing a finished tour. We're going to be in Ben Wheeler. We're coming to Lucas. All these builds are just about done. So we're looking forward to showing you guys all the finished tour videos coming up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, we hope you do that now. Also, don't forget to go to our website and get your latest Texas Best hat and shirt and hoodie.
And check out our building radius. We have that listed on there so that you'll know where all we can travel to.
Yes, we have a 100-mile build radius from Red Oak, Texas, and you can get on there and kind of look at our whole map area. So I hope you'll dig into more information there. There's a lot of frequently asked questions as well that we've put together on there. Pictures, links to our YouTube. It's texasbestbarndominium.com. We appreciate you guys following along. 100,000 subscribers now on the channel. We never had any idea that you guys would all come along and be a part of this journey, but we're so thankful. Of course, we're busy as ever, and we're looking forward to continuing to bring great content your way. So, I'm Josh Helm.
And I'm Brandy Helm.
And we're wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching Texas Best.
That you can kind of hang maybe some jackets and things like that in front of, so you can kind of stack in your storage here.
Or your Christmas decorations, because Brandy likes to
Those are going
take up all the
upstairs.
closets for that. You would literally ruin this closet.
I would put all my Christmas stuff upstairs. That's where it's
You
going.
would
She's already
totally-
told me.
If this was our house, you would ruin this closet.
I would not.
We would be looking at Christmas trees and decorations
You would look at
forever.
coat closets.
Forever. Yeah.
No, Christmas would
Story
go
of my
upstairs.
life. Yeah.
No, in our next house.
Story
we're
of
gonna
my
have-
wife.
We're gonna have a Christmas tree that stays decorated all year long, and then it just like.
Anyways, back to the story. This is a great closet for some people, but not for us. Because for me, I would be opening it to a Christmas tree.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, because the Christmas tree's gonna go right here, and we can just pull it right there.
Okay, that's fine. We'll have a Christmas tree closet.
Anyways, we've been married for 20 years.
And I guess the next house, I'm getting a Christmas tree closet.
God bless Texas.
Let's redo that again.
It's a rant. Okay, let's try it a little better this time for you. I mean, I did a good job.
You're a brat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Don't turn it
You can just.
I thought you were about to turn it on.
No. I wasn't. I wasn't. But I can. I mean, just stand over there, Brandy, for a minute. We'll show them how this works. So, and then moving into here is another access point, which is going to take us to this wonderful bonus storage area.
Hashtag Christmas closet.